Video I'll be demonstrating while loop, right? So till now we have seen how to accept inputs, how to print outputs in Python, but what if you need to do that, let's say 10 times or 20 times, or let's say n number of times? It's difficult to type a print statement that many number of times. Okay, so for that we need to use a loop. Okay, so to perform any kind of operation, uh, let's say 50 times or 100 times, depending on the requirement of the application, depending on the requirement of the program, you need to uh, execute a loop. Okay, so what is a loop? So when it comes to loops in Python, we have a while loop and a for loop in Python. So how while loop works? So in a while loop, if a certain condition is true, it will enter inside the loop, and then event B will happen. Okay, so we'll see. So let's take an example and try to understand how it works. So let's say I want to print the sum of first 50 natural numbers. So I'll take a variable n equals to 50, and then I'll take a variable sum equals to 0, and then I'll check if the sum is if n is greater than 0 or not. If it is greater, it will enter inside the loop, and it will add itself to the sum, and on the next step it will decrease n by a value of 1. Okay, so how it works? Yeah, so the first value of n is 50, right? Is n greater than 0? Yes, it is greater than 0. So it will enter inside the loop. So sum will be the value of sum is also 0. So sum equals to 0 plus 50. Now we are inside the loop. Okay, so the value of sum is now 50. Next is n will decrement, the value of n decreases by 1. So n equals to n minus 1. So n equals to 50 minus 1. So n equals to 49. Okay, so what will happen now? It will go back. It will check again. Is n greater than 0? Yes, it is greater than 0. So it will go. So it will enter inside the loop again. So sum equals to sum plus n. Now the new value of sum is 50 plus 49, right? So the new value of sum is 50 and the new value of n is 49, right? So and again n equals to n minus 1, that is 49 minus 1. So n equals to 48 again. Again it will check. Is n greater than 0? Yes, it is greater than 0. So it will again enter inside, and sum equals to again sum plus n, right? So the new value of sum is 50 plus 49, and the new value of n is 48. Okay, and again n equals to n minus 1. So n equals to 47. Again it will go back, right? So each time it will check the condition of the loop. Then it will enter inside the loop. It will perform the task, and then it will decrement the value, and it will go back again and check, right? So that's how a while loop works. And after decrementing the value of n one loop at a time, n will reach n equals to 0, right? And then it will check, and now n is not equal to 0, and the point where n is equal to 0, sum is now equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 till 50, right? And n has reached and n is now equal to 0. It will check. So is n greater than 0? No, it's not. So it will come out of the loop and we need to print the sum, right? So so that's a basic structure of a while loop where you need to set a counter. Here the counter is n, that how many times you want to run the loop, and you decrement or increment the value of that. You increment or decrement the value of that counter depending on your requirement, and each time it decreases you have to check the condition of the while loop, and then and when it reaches the certain point where the condition is false, it comes out of the loop. Okay, so the entire structure of the while loop is this, where you have to put a colon after the while statement, and then you have to write what you want to do inside the loop just below that, and then after that you have to print the sum here. So please take care of the indentation, right? We'll see more of it in our further videos, and if you have any doubts you can leave a comment and subscribe to my channel for more videos on programming and data science.